rules of the Battlefront Nuzlocke are simple. See, a Nuzlocke is a popular Pokemon-centric challenge. I myself have not yet partaken in the unlimited content potential of a Pokemon Nuzlocke run, but the premise has always intrigued me. Quick explanation so the Star Wars half of this audience knows what I'm talking about. Once a Pokemon faints in a Nuzlocke, it is dead. Forever. You only have a set amount of encounters and chances to get more Pokemon, and your goal is to beat the entire game, 8 gyms, evil factions, Elite Four, champion, all without killing your entire team. And many, many moons ago, I was asked the question, how many games could you apply this rule set to that aren't just Pokemon? How many games out there are just waiting to be Nuzlocked? And guess who came knocking upon my heaven's door? Well, none other than Star Wars Battlefront. Ooh, no, not that one. I don't like to talk about that one, personally. I'm talking about the original 2004 Star Wars Battlefront for the PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. Kid you not, a game so old it predates General Grievous. So as the one and only pioneer, I need to establish these rules and work out the kinks for future runners like you to try this challenge out. So a quick rundown on how this is all going to work. You're going to have 5 separate classes to fight wars with in Star Wars Battlefront. Your standard trooper, a rocket launcher trooper, a pilot/support class, a dirty sniper, and finally a bonus mystery guy that is unique to every single faction. If I'm running around as, let's say, the worst class in the entire game, the rocket launcher trooper, and I get gunned down in broad daylight by a large swarm of bolt-eating, oil for blood, rust bucket, metal-faced, wire-backed tin skins, then my rocket launcher trooper is now permanently dead, and I can never use them ever again. If I lose all of my troopers, then the Nuzlocke is over, thrown into the Sarlacc pit of demise. 5 lives is all I have to conquer this galaxy. The run only ends once I own every planet in the Galactic Conquest game mode. The best game mode ever introduced to the Battlefront franchise. I am willing to physically fight over this. With these rules in mind, it was time to start the first ever Nuzlocke run of the original 2004 Star Wars Battlefront. Game plan. Take the Jetpack Trooper, aka the bonus class for the clone faction, and immediately sneak and capture this command post before the Clankers even know it hit them. They'll be so distracted with the Tusken Raiders that they won't even hear my tippy toes tippy-toeing into the safety of Luke Skywalker's pre-scorched family home. Oh, whoopsie doodles. Time to bust out the possibly best and worst class in this entire game, the Pilot class. Cool thing about them, they drop little healing pods. If I'm ever in a pinch, need some health, bam, small portion healed. Downside, the clone pilot specifically sucks. His primary fire seems more prone to strike the friendly clone off to the side of me than it is to strike the battle droid directly in front of me. But when it comes down to it, if I play my cards right, the pilot can absolutely carry a run to the very, very end. Or I could just waste that character class completely. That's also fine. It's only the first battle out of 9 of 9 battles. Uh-oh. Galactic Conquest has some strategy to it, see? Each planet has its own set of power-ups, and each faction starts off with one planet already claimed. For example, I'm choosing to try and immediately take control of Tatooine and get the Jedi Hero bonus, which basically spawns a bald raid boss to slaughter my enemy. The clones already start with Kashyyyk, meaning we get extra troopers. I think. See, it's hard to tell if some of these power-ups even work. Yavin 4, for example, gives the AI advanced aim training, but they seem to struggle hitting the broadside of a bantha even with this bonus on, so it doesn't seem very worth it. And Renvar's radar jammer doesn't even do anything. All it does is disable the minimap for players, and I'm the only player. I'm the only thing getting jammed, and not even in the fun way. Whoa. Okay, same plan, different execution. I hopped into what I think is a Republic fighter tank, but I honestly don't know enough about Star Wars to know what this is called, so let's call it the AAS. With a gunner on top, I felt virtually indestructible, until the tank started smoking and I bailed and almost died, but that's besides the point. Call me Sonic, because I turned into a ball and rolled my way into the command post. Strats like these are what make or break a Star Wars Battlefront Nuzlocke. Now it's time to play the best Battlefront of my life. Should have played around the crit, that's my bad. See, the Jet Trooper is really good at camping, and if you're trying to, you know, not die horrifically, camping is a solid 10 out of 10 strat. Just like that, a couple pistol shots later, and I claim my first galactic victory. Well, they don't call me the ace pilot for nothing. Let's give this puppy a spin. So, quick lesson here: don't ever ride the spaceships in the Bespin platform. That's a run ended. Don't do that. You know what? Maybe Bespin in general is just a run ender. So, yeah. Ooh. God, let's give Naboo a chance after all. The back to tank planetary bonus, which gives you passive healing all the time, is really, really good. So I hopped aboard my AAS and kicked some ASS. A deathless Naboo planes. Maybe these vehicles are a little possibly overpowered. But in order to get those back to tanks, I need to fully conquer Naboo, meaning we have a ballast to take. Now that was just uncalled for. Let's be real here. A tank missile for one singular standard issue clone trooper. The first death of the run was that. Call me crazy, but I think that's crazy. Wait, Count Dooku, he was there? Dog, I'm gonna be real, I didn't even notice. That was to send a message. What was the plan there, huh? Whoa. Okay, message received. Don't mess around when you're in spaceshipping range. Holy crap, is that Count Dooku? They say the #1 dismantler of Nuzlocke is carelessness. I disagree. The #1 dismantler of Nuzlocke is the "nah, I'd win" complex, of which I unfortunately suffer from. Holy crap, I won. I killed Count Dooku. I did. I freaking holy crap, guy. Count Dooku. I killed him. I killed Count Dooku. I won. That's half the galaxy taken care of now. Things are looking really, really great. How many lives do I have left? I guess it's the clone pilot versus the world. What? I don't even know what killed me there. Man, that's worse than the time I went to McDonald's and ordered a Big Mac and they just didn't give it to me.
I got a fucking Big Mac and they didn't give it to me. They didn't give me my fucking Big Mac.
You should hurt someone.
I got a Big Mac, large fry, large Sprite. They only gave me the Sprite.
Hurt someone.
They didn't give me the Big Mac. They didn't give me the French fries. They gave me the Sprite.
Take it out of the Taco Bell attendant.
I'm gonna take it out of the Taco Bell attendant. We're going to Taco Bell. I want a large Nacho Bel Grande. I want a Burrito Supreme.
You want the Burrito Supreme, damn it.
I wanted a Burrito Supreme. I want a Nacho Supreme. Actually fucking give it to me this time, please. I'm so hungry.
Taco Bell.
I'm so hungry.
You know, what a monumental run from the Clone Pilot solo run. 2 battlefields conquered, almost a third, and I still don't know what killed me. If anything, that showed me that the Nuzlocke is actually possible. This challenge seems actually possible. So I upped the ante, added a rule or two. Nuzlocke Addendum number 1. The vehicles feel busted, I can hop into an AAS and wipe the floor with severed droid limbs. But that's too easy for someone trying to create a quote-unquote challenge. From here on out, I'm banning the use of any and all vehicles. Nuzlocke Addendum number 2. If you lose a battle, treat it as a full team wipe. If you see the defeat screen, that is an immediate reset of the run. Game over, try again type of deal. And finally, Nuzlocke Addendum number 3. Have fun. On my notes here, I even added a little drawing of a smiley face. I decided to give the battle droids some time to shine, since I firmly believe the balancing of this game is all kinds of whack. Droidicas are way too overpowered, and their only counter feels like the Jet Trooper, but even after 3 EMP launcher blasts, their shield is still up. So maybe the battle droids aren't the play here. Maybe we should go for a more balanced era in this game. The Galactic Civil War era. No Gatling gun robots covered in impenetrable overshields. No whack-ass Tesla-friendly fire guns. Only well-equipped space fascists and ragtag groups of camo-wearing civilians all named Aaron. This Nuzlocke should be a walk in the park, so long as I don't get cocky and try to fistfight Luke Skywalker as a sniper. See, I have a special trick for Renvar. These ice tunnels are where a good 80% of this battle takes place. All I have to do is hold my ground, keep a distance, and back away for some healing, making this a walk in the park. It was also the first battle of Renvar when I realized the AI isn't entering vehicles anymore, which I found rather strange. For context, I'm playing on the known mess that is the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, known for having various audio issues, performance issues, an extra 10 gigabytes more than both of these PS2 games combined for some reason. Seriously, what did they add to this thing? So I'm not surprised that this sudden glitch just occurred, but I could probably use this to my advantage. That is, once I help Darth Vader go on a quick killing spree or 2 or 3. A cool mechanic about the Galactic Conquest is that after 4 battle victories, you unlock the ultimate cutscene attack. A clip from the movies play, and then you auto-conquer an entire planet. Just one whole free planet, yours for the taking, bonuses and all. That is, unless you're the Empire. Because instead of conquering the planet and use their bonuses for future battles, you blow it up. I blew up Yavin 4. But alas, every good Nuzlocke has its ups and downs. And this was a down, but not an out. See, that was the furthest run I've had so far. A first-time Star Wars Battlefront Nuzlocke victory is right around the horizon, meaning I can finally do my laundry. So finally, after all this time, let's talk about the winning run. Start with Bespin. Glitched vehicles means everyone's just gonna coagulate along these platforms. Just keep farming until wham bam shangalang and a sha-la-la-la-la-la victory. Bespin is now under the Republic's control, and we haven't even had our first death yet. My Nuzlocking pants are stained sticky at this point. I spilled my Dr. Pepper. Just like the Empire, hold that line. Don't get cocky, don't push too far. That's okay, Jetpack Trooper was always my favorite anyway. Just like that, Renvar is under the Republic's control, meaning we unlocked the ultimate cutscene attack, meaning Tatooine is all ours. Just 4 more battles, and this Nuzlocke is as good as done. What could possibly go wrong? I started this challenge with the clones, I wanted to end this challenge with the clones, but by golly, do I miss the comfort that came with siding with the Empire. At this point, I had 3 characters and only 1 battle left, so I decided to get a little cocky. Finally, Naboo and Yavin 4 are under Republic control. I have conquered the entire galaxy with only 2 lives left to spare. I'm walking out of here with an entire sniper and pilot class at the ready. But this galaxy isn't conquered yet, you see, as every faction has a home planet. One final obstacle in the way. The rebels have Hoth, the Empire has Endor, the clones have Camino, the battle droids, well, they got Geonosis. And since none of the AI will get into these vehicles, we effectively only have 2 command posts to spawn in, meaning all the fighting will occur in the wide open. Easy pickings for the droidicas. Outnumbered, outclassed, with only a sniper and a pilot left to wrap up this Nuzlocke. It's time I play the best Star Wars Battlefront 2004 of my life. Clone pilot specifically sucks. Only the clone pilot remains. The one I said was hands down the worst of all the pilot classes. Just like that, Geonosis is under the Republic's control. The entire galaxy is under the Republic's control. So there's your proof. Proof that you can, in fact, Nuzlocke, the very first Star Wars Battlefront. I'm no god gamer, I'm willing to admit that. So this is an open casting call to any and all double whammy god gamers / content creators. I showed you my strats, I showed you my research, I showed you my tactics. Now go. Go and improve them. Refine them. Do better than I could ever hope to achieve. Knock my runs out of the water and show how washed I really am. This video was just a blueprint. A blueprint that I hope others can improve and refine with time. But I have just proven it possible. You see, many moons ago, I was asked the question, how many games could you apply the Nuzlocke rule set to that aren't Pokemon? How many games are out there waiting to be Nuzlocked? Well, you can add Star Wars Battlefront 2004 to that list. Stay tuned for the next episode of Will It Nuzlocke, where I apply the Nuzlocke rule set to other PlayStation 2 classics, like The Simpsons Hit and Run. Or maybe, just maybe, I'll actually do a Pokémon Nuzlocke for the first time. I still haven't done one of those. I Nuzlocke Star Wars Battlefront before I even Nuzlocked Pokemon. Quick aside, did you know that the Battle Droid pilot class shoots a grenade launcher of radiation? That is right, the CIS is actively committing war crimes, and I think that's funny.